Okay. Alright. I'll show you guys how to forward a domain from a hosting company. Say that you've got a customer who has like 15 domain names and they all want each domain forwarded to the main domain. Usually it's a very simple process if you're dealing with any other company other than Network Solutions. Real quick, I'll just give you probably the most common, and that's gonna be GoDaddy. So let me go to my GoDaddy. Where's mine? My GoDaddy. And this is something that doesn't cost you anything. It should be free. Go to, once you've logged in, you'll go to my account and then go to Domains, Manage. And each account's going to be slightly different. So HostGator's going to be different, Site5 is slightly different, but the concepts all remain the same. So basically, when I take a look at this here, I've got DesignShack.net, DesignShack.com. So let's just say that I want to go to my individual domain itself. And when I click on this, let me see. They changed stuff. I literally logged in here this morning to figure out like how to put this tutorial together, and now they've changed stuff. Let me see here. So I'm gonna be kind of learning as I show you here. Domains, all domains. Let's see what it does. It's giving me the same page. Gosh, used to it was like literally a simple click, and now they are overcomplicating it. Let's go to list view. Yeah, there we go. So this is the old school look right here. This is the way it used to look. And so I'm going to forward DesignShack.net to DesignShack.com. So I just click on that to check mark it, and then I will forward a domain. And basically I will forward it to, this actually wouldn't be here, so let's just delete it. Basically this won't be here. Shoot. Update forwarding. Okay. So let's go back to this. I did it earlier today, so I'm trying to show you what it looked like when you, crap. Go back to forwarding domains. There we go. Dang it, it's still showing up. Okay. This will say there's no forwarding here. And then basically you say create forward, and you just type in the domain that you want to forward it to. Actually, it'll look like kind of like this. So you'll type in the domain you want the DesignShack.net to forward to. So when someone types in DesignShack.net, it will automatically send that user to DesignShack.com. That's the end result. Okay, so you just hit update, and that's it. So that's as simple as it is. But with Network Solutions, essentially they charge for forwarding, which is a load in my opinion. They charge $2 a month. I started making this tutorial earlier today, and they had like 15 domains, and I was gonna forward them all, and it brought me to a screen saying they were gonna have to pay $1,000 to forward these domains, and I'm like, this is bullcrap. So if other companies try to start following suit, there is a way to do this for free, and it's through what is called the DNS or name servers. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Through the name servers. Let me log back in. Okay. So if you go to my domain names, and then you'll see edit DNS, go to that link, you'll see the information for all these, each one of these little bad boys. So you'll check mark the one, this is the main domain, highcore.com. Edit the DNS for the one we check marked. And we are going to manage the DNS. You know what? I went the wrong direction. Hold on a second. let me see. Let me go to my domains. Okay, there we go. Go to my domains, not the one I just showed you. Okay, so you'll go into, here's HiCorp, and then you can manage this domain right here. So click manage. And then here we're gonna have to change this information to the company that we want, or the hosting company that we want to forward the domain to. So the way that it works is, you think of, you have a home and you live in that house, and when someone wants to mail you, send something to you in the mail, they send it to your address. So you have address, which is your domain, and you have your home, which is your hosting account. The home is where the website lives, okay? So what happens is say that you want to move across town, but you still want to get your mail from the previous address, you just forward your mail to the new address. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So what we're doing is we're forwarding this domain, this address, to the new address across town, and the new house where the website now lives. So what you're going to have to do is identify where the site is hosted. If it's hosted with our company, which is Site5, is who we're using currently, and it may change in the future, but find out who we are hosting with. And then each hosting company is going to have what's called a name server, a DNS. And if I go into the name server on Codero, for this example, here they show the name servers. And you can literally Google that. If you don't know the name server and you can't find it, you can say, what are GoDaddy's name servers? Now, GoDaddy is a little bit bigger company, so it's going to be a little harder to do that actually with GoDaddy. You're going to have to go in and actually find out what the name server is if it's hosted with GoDaddy, but because it's going to be slightly different for each one. But with the name servers for like Site5, there's only one name server. For Codero, there's only one. The ns1.codero.com, the ns2.codero.com. So this used to have some other information in there. What you would have to do is click on this edit button here, and then put in, copy and paste that. See, this is what Network Solutions domain name service is. It's ns1.networksolutions.com. So that gives you an idea. It's usually going to be ns1 dot and then the domain, ns2 dot and then the name of the domain. That's not always the case, but usually it is. So you'll put that information in there, hit continue, and then that will save your information. But that's just step one of this process, because since they are charging so much money to forward it, and that's such an easy fix, because they know that's the easy fix, I'm going to have to show you the hard way to do it right now. So if you have a site that you're just needing to forward and doing it the simple way, then you can just kind of turn the video off now. But if it's if you want to know the more difficult way, then I'm about to show you what that is. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into Codero, and you're going to have to create some what's called A records. You see there's each of these sections: NS record, MX record, quadruple A record, CNAME record, text record, server records. What you're going to want to do is you're going to create an A record. Okay, so before you do that, let me back up. And I'm going to go to DNS management here, and it's going to be slightly different for every company, but this is how we do it in Codero, and it's very similar in like GoDaddy and all this stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to add a domain, and then you're going to type that domain name in here. So I'm going to type in Highland Packaging Solutions.com. HighlandPackagingSolutions.com. Just click create. You could put in a list of them all in here and then hit create, and then when you bring up the screen, just hit X. But since I'm doing this to show you what to do to create these A records, what you're going to do is type in localhost dot and then put in the domain after that, and then type in this. It shows you right here already, 127.0.0.1, and then hit add record. Type in @ and then we're going to put in the IP address to where these things are going. And the way to find out where the main domain is, you can go to dnschecker.org, type that in, type in the domain that you're wanting to forward to, and then choose the A record here, and then hit search, and it will pull up the IP address, as you can see right here. So I'm going to take that IP address, put it in here, add a record. I'm going to type in, I'm going to just go ahead and paste this in because I want to need it. We're going to do ns1 dot, and then the domain. And you have to remember, the reason we're doing this is because these sites do not exist. These domains do not exist on Codero. We didn't purchase the domains through Codero. We purchased them through Network Solutions, or we purchased them through GoDaddy, or we purchased them through Site5. It doesn't really matter who we purchased them through. All that matters is the site is hosted on Codero in this example, and the domains live elsewhere. And so we're having to create a connection between Network Solutions and Codero so that when that name record that we put in earlier, the ns1.codero.com, when it goes looking for the address at Codero's servers, it's going to be like, where is this website? It doesn't exist, and it's not going to connect. You have to bridge that connection using these A records. Hit create records. Okay. So now, when I type in HighlandPackagingSolutions.com, put that in here, it takes me to Highland Packaging Solutions, but their main domain, let me pull this down a little bit, isn't HighlandPackagingSolutions.com, it's highcore.com. But as you can see, as I click around on this thing, it's replacing that URL. So if you're wanting to mask this URL and officially forward it to Highcore, you're going to have to go into the htaccess file on your server. And I'm not going to show you that in this particular video, but you're going to have to go into the htaccess file. You're going to have to add each of these domains into the htaccess file with a 301 redirect. And if you don't know how to do that, I would Google that. There's tons of videos out there that talks about 301 redirects. But once you've redirected that, it will then mask this this new domain that we create, or that we this new domain, and it's going to go to the main domain, which is highcore.com. And that's pretty much it. I know there's quite a few steps in there, but that's it, man. So I just wanted to I couldn't find a video out here talking about how to forward multiple domains using the DNS records, because it's so easy to do and it's free usually. But as usual, Network Solutions has forced a workaround because they are a just terrible company. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. And if you're with Network Solutions and you love them, I say good for you, stay with them. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is what we had to do just to do a simple process that should be free. All right, see you guys.